How to Build Wealth That Lasts, Millionaire Habits. So Bronson and I are going to dig in deep. We have a 4-part series that I want you to listen to. So again, the next 4 days, you're going to hear Bronson and I talking about wealth and how to build it to last forever. Legacy after legacy after legacy. So part 1, millionaires are made, not born. So we would both believe this from the way we grew up. We're going to share with you a variety of things. Number 1, that why speed is more important than perfection in wealth building. And so many of you use slow roll, having it to be perfect, and it's not working. You wonder why. Next thing we're going to talk about is the difference between being rich and wealthy. Big, big difference. Last thing we're going to talk about in this section are the 3 first steps that you have to take to act, think, and make money like a millionaire. Let's listen into Bronson and I.
Hi, welcome to the Mailbox Money Show. I am your host, Bronson Hill. I am super excited to be here today. We've got an amazing guest today, really a rock star guest. And we have my co-host today as well. We have Nate Hambrick. How's it going, Nate? And tell us, what are you most excited about for this interview?
I'm excited because Laurel's been in the industry for a long time. And so I'm excited to learn some things about marketing, maybe some real estate stuff, and some tax stuff as well.
I think the thing I'm most excited about, there's a lot of things that she's actually a 6-time New York Times bestselling author. Her most recent book is actually called Make Your Kids Millionaires. How does somebody go about doing that? I'm really excited to kind of get in and jump in and talk about that. And also she has another book called The Millionaire Maker, which is similar to my second book called Rich Brain. I believe, what are the wealth habits and mindsets that people do to become wealthy. So we're excited to do it. So hopefully you listening along the way, you're excited to be here with us. We're really excited to just have a really honest conversation about investing and what we can do to be able to grow as investors. So Laurel, so good to have you with us. We're excited to have you join the Mailbox Money Show.
Thank you. It's exciting to be here. It's been a little minute, and look forward to our conversation today.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Well, we want to have kind of a round robin conversation here, but wanted to hear just for people that are not familiar with you and haven't read your books, just give us, you've been doing this a long time. So give us a little bit of picture of, who you are and your passion for helping people with finance.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny that, hearing it, like I've been doing it for a long time. I remember when I was the baby and the beginner in the industry and, hearing people say, oh, I've done 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And I'm thinking as a young one that you're going to do this stuff for 40 years? Well, this year's our 25th anniversary of our big table. It's our mentoring mastermind that is designed to do this, to make millionaires. So we have 2, as you guys know, I think 2005 came out. I wrote this, came out in 2006, super authentic, like New York Times, like January 21. I remember I was on stage and somebody's like, you hate. So, and now 20 years later, we relaunched version 2. So super exciting. That is our signature brand that has kept us together for a very long time. But my backstory is I grew up in Farming, Nebraska. And at 17, went to a leadership camp for an athletic program that I was part of, going to school to play basketball. And it was one of those seminars, they still do them today, but you see less and less of them. You're like, run to the front of the stage and you're going to get a book. So here I'm 17, I run to the stage and Dennis Waitley was teaching and gave me Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, love it.
I consumed it. You can imagine 17, farm girl from Nebraska going, oh my God, there's this whole other way you can live, like masterminds. And I said, I'm going to go figure out why so few people learn to be millionaires. So I changed from being a lawyer, going into college, to getting a finance degree and business degree. Thought that's what I wanted to do. I worked in investment banking for less than a day and walked out and said, this is not me. I'm not in the job. I've been an athlete my whole life. So I did everything that most people do at my age. And that was like mid 80s, back to school. So you either get a job or go back to school. Nobody's teaching you to be an entrepreneur. Even though I was an entrepreneur, I had a personal training business. I was doing, well into 6 figures. So making money's always been kind of an easy craft for me. And I know how to leverage. So I had 16 people working for me at 21 years old. And so I went back and got a master's degree in exercise physiology because that's what I love to do. And I knew how to work out and build fitness programs. And Chevron contracted me at 24 to build 272 fitness centers on offshore oil rigs. And so that was my big yes moment, I call it. Oh. Because I remember flying back in on my helicopter interview, right? I have hard hat and steel toe shoes and little goggles and all the crap on. And they offered me the position. They said, so are you going to move out of Nebraska and move to New Orleans and fly around in a seaplane and helicopters and build fitness centers? And out of my little yes mouth, I was, oh, absolutely. And you know what happens? Because you wrote the mindset book too. Like all of us, Nate too, we've all been in this for so long. It's like you say yes, and then in nanoseconds, you come up with 1,000 reasons why you're not going to do it. Like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do engineering. I don't know how to, where's this fitness center going to be on these rigs that have smoking environments? So it was just this funny experiment. Anyways, years later, they promoted me to corporate, and that's where I ended up in San Francisco. And I did it from all over the world. I went to Angola, Papua New Guinea, and built fitness centers. And then met Bob Proctor in my journey. And in 1996, I'm like, Bob, I got to get out of here. I've done this path and I want to get back to finance, millionaire, myself a millionaire. Where do I go? And he said, well, get on a plane and go meet Sharon Lecter. You're going to sit her at a kitchen table. And I said, what am I going to do? And she said, well, they want to write a book, but they have this game and you know how to market anything. So go get the game right. So I walked out. I walked in, the exercise physiologist for Chevron. I walked out, the master distributor of the cash flow game. And that's like an identity crisis from heaven. I mean, it was like, oh, now who do I like, websites. This is 1996. So websites were up, but not like prevalent. So I'm like, how do you do this? So again, my yes energy little moment. I flew to Chicago to Nightingale Conant, who was still selling hard products and CDs and remember all that stuff way back. That was probably pre-your guys' day. And then, so I just learned how to sell. I put 25,000 cash flow games on the map, took it all over the world for those guys. 1999, real estate millionaire, followed by gas and oil millionaire, hit both in 1 year. And then in 2000, I left. And I should say the rest is history. And then 2001 is when I really put the Mastermind Principles in play. I had 42 one-on-one clients, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm killing myself. These people need to be in a conversation together. And then I formed what was called the Big Table. And that's what I'm in my 25th anniversary of. So that's where we are. We just had a huge event, over 300 people here in Reno. We were at the Silver Legacy Expo Center. It was phenomenal. It was such a big event. And yeah, it was good. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's a first part of a 4-part series. So tomorrow we'll be coming with 2 and then 3 and then 4. I want you to take notes. I want you to listen to them. And at some point, maybe on a weekend, put them all together and give us an hour to put them all back to back. While you're here, I want you to subscribe to the channel. If you've not been here, click that subscription, click the notification link. I want you every day, 5 days a week to get a notification that I'm live. I'm come out every morning with a new video, new content. Make sure you participate, share with 10 or 15 people, and be here, be present every day. If you have questions during any of our journey, go to askloral.com, ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow with the next episode.